It's day number 20, and the end is near. Let's see what we got. Welcome back, friends. Sean from Draft Therapy here. I'm looking at the Costco Brewers Advent Calendar from the original Kalea. Now, if you haven't been following along, I've mentioned this a few times, you should be, because the 20th is kind of late to be jumping on this train. But this is a Brewers Advent Calendar. It's a German craft beer Advent Calendar from December 1st to the 24th. We're opening a new window into my soul to pick out a new beer, and we've been kind of looking at it. Yesterday was like probably the biggest surprise. I think it's a style that I may have had like one time before opening it, and yeah, so we're gonna look at number 20 and see if we get another surprise. So let's do that. If you're following along at home, which you should be, I don't know why you wouldn't be. Number 20 is the third from the bottom, first on the right. So let's go ahead and pop this open and see what we get. All right, look at this. I don't remember if this is a new one or we had this last year. It's not ringing any bells in this head of mine, but so this is a nice surprise, right? It says Graminger Kirta, has a dude, looks like a devil, drinking a beer and eating a pretzel, and it is a Dunkelweiss. So that makes me happy because the last 2 days, that'll include today and yesterday, were dark beers. I would have loved to have seen, I don't know how, obviously don't know how the rest of the month is going to go, but I would have loved to have seen more variety, not necessarily, obviously it's going to be German beer, but it'd be nice to see like a light beer, a Weiss, a dark, something, and not just all these lagers in a row, and then, oh, hey, you get this one beer that's a little bit different. Rant over. All right, this is 5% alcohol by volume. It is brewed and owned by Graminger Weissbrau in Altötting, Germany. I don't know if that's exactly how you pronounce that, but that's what I'm going with. So let's go. This expires in January 2023. So let's go ahead and crack this. We'll see what we get. It's going to be dark, though. Dunkelweiss. Excited. I am excited after all these lagers and all this other stuff. All right, let's go ahead and pour it. Not as dark as I was expecting on the pour. It's a little bit more of a golden, but as it comes out and collects in the glass, it is a little bit more darker, a little bit a few shades darker. I really did a bad pour on that one. Wow. I think I got too excited. I let it go to my head. I let the head go to my head. All right, we got about 3 fingers ahead here. It's quickly kind of evaporating into the air here. If we hold it up, check that out. It looks a little bit darker to you than it actually is to me through the light. It looks like a darker brown, maybe, but it doesn't look like it's opaque, right? But to me, I can definitely see through that. There's a nice stream of carbonation coming through there. I can see through this. I can see the light reflecting off the countertop, just like yesterday's beer. This head is a little bit off-white. It's shading off a little bit. Not quite tan, but not white by any means. And it's really easy to see from this vantage point. But for you guys, well, you could probably see it on the... I'm just looking at my monitor here. Let's go ahead and put a nose on it. I didn't even smell it out of the can. Let's put a nose on it and see how it goes. Oh, it's got a nice kind of banana bread kind of aroma. A little bit of a sweetness, a little bit of a nuttiness, a little bit of that banana kind of aroma. Let's see if we get what we smell on the taste. Cheers. So, talking about the mouthfeel, real quick. The mouthfeel is a little bit heavier than what I have been getting with all these different lagers, the Pilsners, the Helles lagers, all this different stuff. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit thicker, a little bit chewier than that. Let's talk about the flavor. It does have a nice sweetness. It has a nice banana, like I said, banana bread kind of aroma, a little bit of a banana bread flavor, a little bit less of the bread, a little bit more of the banana, a little bit of clove in there. At the first taste, when I talked about the mouthfeel, I felt like I was picking up on just a slight oxidized flavor coming, just off the first taste. But the second taste, I didn't pick up so much of those kind of metallic notes. I was getting more of that banana, a little bit more of that breadiness, a little bit, like I said, of that clovey. There's like a little bit of a nutmeg or a cinnamon in there too. Just a really nice, easy drinking, smooth kind of Dunkelweiss, a Weiss style beer. And, I want to say that this is probably while that oxidation was a little bit on the front on the first kind of sip, I haven't had any since. I haven't tasted any oxidation since. And this is like, I would say, I don't know if I'd put this in my top like 3, but I think it would be in my top 5. I do like the sweetness. I do like that it has that kind of banana flavor. It has that banana bread kind of quality going on. It has a bit of a nutty kind of characteristic on the nose, not picking up so much on that on the flavor itself. But this is a nice kind of beer to sit back, and I really think, like, over the course of doing all these beers, all these different 20 beers so far, I think I'm just more of a dark beer kind of guy, just in general. Not, throwing out IPAs and all that stuff, but in the German kind of world of beer, I think I'm a little bit more of a dark beer kind of guy. But anyways, I digress. This was Graminger Kirta, a Dunkelweiss, has the devil on there. He's eating a pretzel and drinking some beer, and I wish I had some. These pretzels are making me thirsty. This is a 5% alcohol by volume. Like I said, Dunkelweiss. It is brewed and owned by Graminger Weissbrau in Altötting, Germany. And yeah, that's been day number 20. I'm pleasantly surprised by the last couple days. I wasn't too crazy about yesterday's, but at least it was a change of pace. We're going to come back for the 21st tomorrow. That means we're going to have the 21st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and we're just 4 beers left, and we're going to be done. On the 24th, the last one, I'll give some kind of thoughts about the beer, the box, just kind of overall. You've kind of gotten a sneak peek of that. But until tomorrow, until the 21st, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries wherever they are. These guys are all in Germany, but I'm sure there's a lot near you that deserve some love. And until next time, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. See you tomorrow. Cheers.